So most of you in this room know a living, breathing, walking, talking, difficult person. How many of you are sitting next to one right now? Oh, no, don't raise your hand, no. No, I didn't want you to raise your hand, but here's what you can do. If you were polite enough that you are sitting next to this person and you were polite enough not to raise your hand, here's all you need to do. Sometime in the course of this presentation, when you see that I've made eye contact with you and we're looking at each other, here's all you need to do. Throw your head to the right or left. Roll your eyes a little bit. And I'll know who to spend time with at the break. So I want you to think right now, I want you to get a picture in your mind of the most difficult person you know, and let's make this at work, okay? The most difficult person you know at work. And then I want you to think about what you'd like to say to that person if you didn't have to worry about losing your job. Don't say it. I want you to think about the person who's in your mind is the person that you would really love to look square in the eye and say this: I don't understand it. I already took a pain pill today, so why are you still here? You know, that person. So a few years ago, I came up with something that has worked very well from that point forward in our marriage. It is called the point system. And in order for Les to travel with me anywhere now, he has to have earned enough points. So he doesn't get out much anymore. And you're not going to meet him today because he didn't have enough points to come. You want to be in charge of your professional life. You need to learn the skills that it takes for you to be in charge of your career and remain employable and marketable for as long as you choose to have a career. If you're in a leadership position, you need to constantly be updating your skills to become a better leader so you can be the leader that successful people are proud to follow. In your personal life, you need to learn what it means to be in healthy relationships with other people. Or you've got people who come to work and try to become invisible, hoping and praying that if they can just blend into the scenery, that change will not find them. So I need you to take a look and think about where you are in that process. And if you're not sure, ask somebody else that you work with. Ask somebody else. You know, asking for feedback takes courage. It takes guts. But when you ask for feedback, if you get only one opinion from one person that's different than everybody else, then maybe that's their perception, and maybe it's different. But if you ask for feedback about anything that you're doing, any attitude or behavior that you exhibit at work or in your personal life, and if you start getting the same feedback from a lot of people, that should tell you something. And it doesn't matter if you don't see yourself that way. For the people who work with you, or the people who interact with you, or the people who live with you, that's their reality. That for them is true. So asking for feedback takes courage. It also takes courage to act on the feedback that you hear. Sometimes we set our expectations too high, and really good, honest, hardworking, well-meaning people disappoint us. Has that ever happened? Sure, it happens. You've probably disappointed somebody. I've disappointed somebody. Les doesn't disappoint anybody. He's perfect. But, you know, the rest of us in the room, pretty much, I mean, we're going to disappoint people. And a lot of times, we set ourselves up to be disappointed because our expectations are too high. And sometimes that happens because we fall into the trap of believing everything we hear and everything we see. Sometimes expectations don't match reality. And then sometimes we get discouraged, and sometimes we get to a point where we're afraid to step out, we're afraid to take a risk, we're afraid to take a chance, we're afraid to see if we can reach and stretch and grow a little bit, get better at what we do, learn more, learn a new skill, learn about technology. Sometimes we just start to feel kind of beat up, and we just decide, well, you know what, I'm done. I'm not learning anything new. I'm not taking any risks. I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to reach. I'm not going to stretch. What you see is what you get. I'm just going to do what I need to do to get by, and that's going to be it. And that can do great damage to your organization, to your board, to your family, to your personal relationships. But sometimes it's really scary to kind of reach out, isn't it? Sometimes it's scary to step out and take a chance and take a risk. One of your challenges in taking charge of your career is to demonstrate every single day that you and your job and the way you do your job are vital to the success of your team. You know, it doesn't matter how many initials come after your name. What matters is what you know and how you use what you know to deliver value to the people on your team. Sometimes have you ever been in that situation where you've got to take the information you have, knowing that there are no guarantees, and you've got to make the best decision you know how to make? That's what we had to do. That's what you have to do every day. So the question I would ask for you are, what are the tough decisions you're facing? Who is stopping you? What is stopping you? Who needs to act? Who needs to get out of the way? How much longer can you afford to wait until the easy choices come along? Because those of you in this room know that sometimes there are no easy choices. We've talked about a lot of things today. What's your plan? It's pretty simple. Sometimes, you know, you don't need to have the big picture. You don't need to have the vision. Sometimes you just need to know what you need to do next, and you need to do it. So if you want to really get to the heart of success, then you need to start making choices every day, and you need to decide what kind of choices are you going to make. You need to choose to come to work with a positive attitude. You need to choose to trust people and trust yourself, to have faith in other people and faith in yourself. You need to support people and encourage them instead of whining and complaining and gossiping and tattling. You need to choose to come to work every day and help create an environment where people are glad to be there, where they're proud to be there, where people work together and stick together no matter what comes their way. And when all is said and done, it's up to you. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you.
Get ready to inspire your people to continually perform at their best. Gene Gatz is your guarantee in getting to the heart of success.